It's Week 17 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Mike Evans. There are a few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Colts and the Titans, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go from Nashville. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And when you watch Corral play, you have to be impressed with just how fearless he is in any situation. Excellent in the pocket, accurate, ball gets out of his hands quickly. He also can break out and create big plays as well, often with his legs. A tough runner, a tough leader. This guy has big-time potential.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Throwing here, Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 68 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he'll into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 93 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in to talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's Corliss Waitman now. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, and then just take them one game at a time, right?
Yeah, they have to. And look, the thing about cliches, they've been proven over time. All right, we know that. So, yes, take it one game at a time, but make sure that there's no let-up, no getting off the gas, right? No mental letdowns, because each one is important for them to accomplish their goals.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Titans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll go right back to Nwangu, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And the Colts coming out now.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. CeeDee Lamb, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Corral.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Catch made by Slayton.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. They'll set up a throw. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Corral, that caught by Tremble.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st down, here's Corral with it.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st down, Corral.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
There's another one complete to Shenault. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Corral.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Again, it's Corral. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out. Maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers, he brings out this offense. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Another run down for Nwangu. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now, here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Corral with it. First down here. Drops this off with Nwangu. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. On 3rd down, here's Corral. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So, maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA. Back now in Nashville. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw again.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Colts!
CeeDee Lamb
from 6 yards away.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Corral on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. sack back around the 8.
Holding, offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Looking to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb from 8 yards out. And the Colts extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
The offense on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, Corral.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll drop to throw. This is caught by Evans.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
21 yards left. We're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gonzalez now to have the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on second and long. Corral. Connection made with Shenault. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be a third and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Corral lost it. The ball is out. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Colts, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.